Morning all. Welcome to a new episode of Parcel Wars. Oh, the hassle I'm having at the minute trying to get parcels sent out. Obviously I do a lot of eBay delivery stuff as well. I can't remember how many I put in now. I think there was about 15 roughly parcels into the post office on what day it would have been. It would have been Tuesday. On 48-hour delivery. I've been there this morning to drop a few more off, and they're still in the post office. Like an absolute nightmare. I've been onto Parcelforce, the post office have been ringing them. Like, they're just not collecting them, and they're meant to be on a 48-hour delivery thing, you know. So I'm getting hassle from customers on eBay, kicking off basically, saying, where are me strimmers, where's me this, where's me that, and I'm trying to explain to them that it's not me. I've put them in the post, I've done as best as I can, and unfortunately at the moment I'm getting held back with Parcelforce and Royal Mail, however it works. So they're all blaming each other, aren't they? I've got the Royal Mail man saying it's Parcelforce's job. I've rang Parcelforce and they're saying because it's a 48-hour delivery, it's the Royal Mail postman's job. Oh, I don't know what's going on with it all, but yeah, what a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So yeah, that's the start of the video. Anyway, I'll put some filming in of the post office. Like, I feel sorry for the people in the post office. It's only a little one, and mate, they can't move in the shop. There's just no room in there now because I've filled it full of parcels, and nobody wants to pick them up. But they're heavy parcels, aren't they? So it's all the not my job sort of attitude. No one wants to actually do a day's graft and lift these parcels into the back of the van, even though it's their job. Very frustrating. I've just dropped off me Alco mower. That's just sold this morning. Well, it sold the other day, and I've just delivered it to him now this morning, which is Thursday. I've just been in to have a look at a Viking mower at a local place. Bit of a pain really. I've made the offer and everything and they're happy with it, but they can't sell it. They have to speak. There's about 20 people on this committee that have all got to sign off on it before they can sell it, so that's hanging in the basket now. The tractor is being collected today, finally. What a kerfuffle that was. Trouble murder I've had with the bank. So this customer of mine bought this tractor, if you like, said they wanted it, and I asked how to pay, and I said, well look, it's up to you. You pay cash or you pay bank transfer, I don't mind. Also, I've got a card machine, so I can take card payment. And she's down in Pembrokeshire, and she's sending a family member to collect it who's more local, so he's going to pick it up and take it down. So she's decided to do a bank transfer, and all happy with it, everything. So she's tried to do a bank transfer, and because it's a new payee, the bank have pinged it up as a fraud payment thing, so they've stopped it. Anyway, but they've not just stopped it, they've also blocked my account and her account. Anyway, so I woke up in the morning, I couldn't get on my bank, and I was thinking, what's going on here? So I rang the bank and said, oh, your account's been blocked. And I was like, why? It's like, oh, because someone's tried sending me a payment, and they've basically blocked it. And I was like, well, that's fine. We're selling the tractor, explained the situation. I was like, can you get this block lifted? Because I've got to go out and buy more machines today. I need access to my money. Oh no, we can't unblock your account. I'm thinking, well, how do I get access to my money then? And the chap on the phone said, oh, I can only unblock your account once we've spoke to the customer, the person who's tried to send you the money, and had them okay it that the payment was legitimate and it wasn't a scam or it wasn't a fraudulent payment or whatever. So my bank was then on hold while I phoned the customer, got the customer to phone her bank and try and get them to resolve this problem. So I was having nightmare with the bank, because I don't understand how my bank gets stopped and now the onus of that getting lifted is on a third party. There's nothing to do with me, it's just a customer. Like, so my customer, in theory, could have decided she didn't want to ring the bank today. She might ring them tomorrow or the day after or the day after. And in all that time, they stopped my bank. Anyway, it gets worse. She's rang the bank, she's got it sorted, Anyway, she rang me back in about half an hour later saying, sorry about that, your bank's been lifted now and all this rest of it, and she's decided that she doesn't want to pay for it now on a bank transfer. And I asked why. She's like, oh, well, I've been advised by the bank not to pay for it on a bank transfer because it could be a scam. And I'm sitting there banging my head on the table going, how dare they ring one of my customers and while they're on the phone to her, tell them not to pay for this machine because I could be a scam. It's a business account. Like, they know, like, they could go on the transactions of what goes in and out of the account that the money's being sent to. It's a legitimate account. It's not popped up out of nowhere and has one payment and then disappears. It's got money going in and out all the time. It's a proper business account. So now this customer's on the back foot and she's panicking now because the bank have put it to her that she's getting scammed. I was bouncing like, how dare they tell my customers that I'm a scam, or I could be a scam, and not to send the money. So anyway, so then she's been advised to pay for it through PayPal. She said, oh, they've told me to pay it through PayPal and then I've got more protection. And I explained to her that's fine if she wants to pay it through PayPal, but there's fees on the back end of PayPal, so she'd have to send more money than what she's agreed to pay to obviously cover those fees. So then she wasn't too happy about that neither. And so while this has all been going on, the tractor's been sat there. I've had 4 or 5 other people message me for it, and I've been holding off because I was waiting for this customer, which I feel terrible for her really. But it winds me up how they can just put the fear of God into a customer and basically tell her that she's getting scammed just because they don't want to do their job properly. The money was going from Barclays to Barclays, wasn't even leaving the bank, but they don't want to have to do any work, do they? Do you know, if it is a scam, they don't want to have to try and get this money back, and it's nonsense really. The whole point of having a bank transfer and online banking and all that was for safety. If you paid somebody cash or sent someone, money in the post, well, yeah, I understand you can't get it back, but if you've done a bank transfer from one bank to another, don't tell me they can't get it back, because they can. It's utter nonsense. They can go on, tap a few numbers, and they can withdraw the payment back. It's simple. I've done it myself, where I've sent money to people, and it turns out not to be as legitimate as it was, and I've just rang the bank and said, oh, look, I want that snatching back, and they fill out a form, and they do it in 5 minutes, and you get the money back within your account within 24 hours. So I don't understand why they're telling people that they've got to be cautious and it could be a scam and they can't get them their money back if they send the money, because they can. It's absolute nonsense. Yeah, so that's me little moan. Right, so on a positive note, she's coming this afternoon, or she's sending somebody to come this afternoon, and she's going to make a card payment or an over the phone card payment, something like that, she said. So she's sending someone. They're going to be here for about 1 o'clock. So I've got a few more parcels to pack up now and go down the post office with. So I'm just on my way to my unit, grab them, sort them out, and then go to the post office and then get home for 1 o'clock to meet this chap who's coming to collect the tractor. So overall, not a bad couple of days, but nightmare. Fighting with Parcelforce, the bank, you name it. All fun and games. Right, updates. I've been down the post office again, so I've got another one to go, and my parcels are all still in there. I've rang Parcelforce 3 times. I rang them yesterday, the day before. They've been in there since Tuesday, and today's Thursday, and they're on a 48-hour, and they haven't moved. Basically, the Parcelforce say it's 48 hour, the Royal Mailman takes them, but because they're oversized and they're strimmers, he can't fit them in his van. He's only got a little van, so he's taking them and he's not taking them. Well, it's funny though, because I put a first class on a click and drop through there the other day, which was different. It was still quite a big parcel. He took that one though, didn't he? Because he had to, but he doesn't want to take them, does he? He doesn't want to have to lumber all these parcels into the back of his van. So he's going, oh, I've got no room in the van, and leaving them behind. Send the Parcelforce man. And Parcelforce aren't sending them for whatever stupid reason. So my parcels are sat in the post office. So I'm now in a completely different post office with another parcel to see if I can drop them off there and get them sent out a bit quicker. But they won't let me take them out of the out of the post office now because they're already been scanned in. Because I said, well, I'll just take them to another post office, but they won't let me because they're obviously on their system. They can't leave, even though they're my parcels. They won't let me take them back. Very frustrating considering they're all on a 48-hour. So this is Parcel Wars, North Wales, eh? No one wants to do any work, do they? That's the problem. Right, wish me luck, eh? New post office, new attempt. See if we can get on any better in this one. Right, so I've just been to the different post office and I've just spoke to them down there, and they are a collection point or whatever they said. Anyway, I spoke to them and I've asked them to tell the man when he comes to go to my local post office and go and pick up the deliveries from there. Whether they do or not, I don't know, but apparently this happens all the time. He said there's a few post offices in the area that are always ringing that main post office, asking them to send the man to come and pick them up because they're just not picking them up. But in the meantime, like I say, I've got unhappy customers that are wondering where their machines are, because obviously they're waiting for it in 48 hours and it's taking about 2 weeks to get to them. So I'll probably have to try and make a claim against the post office and try and get my money back, because at the end of the day they're not providing the service that they're offering. So I might be in for a refund, because it's probably not far off 500-600 quid's worth of postal stamps and things that I've paid over the last few weeks, and they aren't getting there in time, so I'll see what happens. But anyway, that's another one sorted. But it's mad though, I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to go around chasing post offices trying to find out where my parcels are and trying to get them delivered, but it is what it is. Come on, kitty, come on. No. Give him a wave anyway. I just seen one of the farmers. He's alright. So a bit of an update on Parcel Wars. They've been collected finally, and I've just been in the post office now just to check to see if they were gone, and yeah, they were picked up yesterday, so they picked up last night. So after all that phoning to Parcelforce, trying to get hold of them, telling them that they needed collecting, they were telling the depots all this sort of stuff, they still hadn't been collected. The only reason they were collected because I went to another post office and dropped one off in there and asked the man when he picks it up, tell him to go to that post office and pick them all up. And fair dues to him, he has. He's passed the message on, the driver's got the message, and he's gone to that post office and he's picked them up. Apparently he was taken back though by the amount of them, because they collected up, I think there was about 20 parcels in there all in all. But still, on a 48-hour, they'd sat there for 2 days. So I can imagine I'm going to get some stick off some customers on eBay this week, wondering where their parcels are, because people order them because they want them for the weekend, don't they? So there's going to be a few people out there not getting their strimmers this weekend. So other than apologise to them, there's not much I can do about it. But either way, I think I should go and apply for a job at Parcelforce, at least bill them for my work, because at the end of the day they wouldn't have gone if it wasn't for me. Absolute joke. But there we are. That's my morning sorted. It's Friday, I'm going to get a brew, and I'm going to get ready for the weekend. Catch you in a bit.